Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Late Night Leos. My name is Morgan. I'll be your host tonight. Tonight we have our 61st episode with Max Exotics. I've got Max or Maxim. Do you like Max or Maxim? Your Facebook says Maxim, so.
Yeah, let's go with Max. Max.
All right. So how you doing tonight, Max?
Nothing much. It's pretty late here, so yeah, just chilling, I guess.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and just jump into your beginning with animals and reptiles and what got you started. Did you have any other animals before? And we'll just kind of start from that.
Okay, so how I started is at first I had a dog, and we had to get rid of it. And, I got, problems with diabetes type 1, which,
oh, wow.
It was pretty sad. And we moved house, and I just, wanted a small pet, and I knew geckos were a thing back then, 4 or 5 years ago. And so I started with one, And the second day that I bought my first one, I wanted two, so I bought another one. And after 2 months that they were pretty big, well, after 1 year, I wanted a male, but I didn't know how the difference them from a female and a male, and so I bought another female because I didn't know how to difference them, and so I went on a site in Canada called Kijiji. So it's this thing where people can put ads. And you can buy animals and stuff. And so I looked up a male super hypo. So that was my big male. He's giant, yeah. So that was my starter for everything, yeah. And so that first year I bred him to my female tremper. And I got one tremper and the rest were all normals. I kept one normal. And the others I sold. So, yeah. And this year I bought a Blazing Blizzard, so I'm going to start a Sunrise project.
Now,
so that's pretty
how
much
long
it.
Have you been, that sounds like a few years. How long have you been with leopard geckos?
4 to 5 years, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
And where are you located?
In Canada.
Nice.
In more in the north and stuff, yeah.
The Yukon?
No, Quebec, that area.
Oh, right on.
So,
yeah, I would think of the
close
Yukon
to
when
New
I think
York.
of Canada. All the snow.
well, there's not always snow, but yeah.
I know.
So that's pretty much how I got in there.
Nice. Yeah, now we do have a caller. Let's go ahead and bring Papa Jeff on. Jeff, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I got Max here from Canada.
Yeah, I've been listening.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going, Max?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
Good. We got snow here. I'm in Northern California up here.
Yeah, Jeff and I are. We're up in Northern California.
Yeah, here it's colder, but yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely not sunny California.
Yeah. No, not lately.
No.
So, Max, you're working on the Blizzard and Super Hypo Tangerine Carrot Tail Baldy project, right?
Yeah, Sunrise. Yeah. Well, it's going to be my first year starting that. Should be interesting. Trying to get all those orange colors out.
Yeah. I know Jeff's working on that. Jeff's got his with white and yellow in it.
Yeah, I started doing those quite a few years ago. And then, I don't know, I kind of tapered off on that project. And I think I got a pairing this year going, too, from it. But, yeah, the tangerine blizzards are cool. A lot of people don't, I don't know, a lot of people don't like blizzards.
Yeah, there's not a lot of blizzards out there.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot, but you don't hear very much about them. But they're nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I forget the breeder's name. I know over in Europe, they're producing some really nice looking tangerine blizzards, and I don't know if it's the same line of tangerine that made the sunrise blizzards, because those were made from what I understand, the Tangelo, Ron Schrimper's line of tangerine went into them, and it took them, I don't know, 8 years or whatever, the line breeding, just to get them to what they were. I was real impressed when they came out with the sunrise sunsets. I think VMS Sean was selling him, but I think what was his name, Nick Stark or something? Nick. Yeah, it was his. He started it, and I know VMS was selling them, and I don't know, the price kind of dropped on them, but it's a cool project. Blizzards are still a cool morph. I like them. I know a lot of people don't. I don't know. You see a lot of people don't like blizzards or Murphy's patternless or any of that, but blizzards were like the, I don't know, third or fourth morph. They came out before any of the albinos.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Are
it?
still people doing lemon frost and stuff? No.
Yeah. Oh, there's.
Yeah, people are still doing them. I wouldn't, but.
Was that a cancerous thing?
Yeah, they had some kind of tumor deal that even if they didn't see them on the outside, they were getting tumors on the inside or something, from what I understand. I don't know. They were kind of out of my price range, which it's kind of a bummer because I wanted, I was going to wait a few years till the price came down. There was a lot of people working with them, and I was kind of sitting back going, "Oh, the price has got to drop. It's got to drop." And then, now.
Yeah, but I mean, people had the same problem with Enigma. They had tap dancing, break dancing Enigmas, and they still just kept breeding and breeding. And now we've got some that are decent enough to keep working with. So I think Lemon Frost I think they could do some work with it and breed it out, or at least attempt it.
I don't know. I'm not. I don't mess with Enigmas, or I'm sure someone will work with them. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people that I know they're still doing them over, across the pond and whatnot. Whoa.
Yeah.
Fireplace.
Yeah, I know that LM Leopard Geckos is working with a group that don't have any tumors. So that's Lori Mitchell, I think.
Yeah, I know who Lori is. She's doing
she's got the Black Knight stuff.
Yeah, Black Knight stuff, and then who is it? Angela Mack or somebody's working Black Knight to Blizzard.
It's going to be
probably a couple people doing that, I'm sure, because that was.
Yeah, I know that Lori and I have been working for a couple of years now on Black Knight Murphy patternless.
Oh, right on. Yeah,
I did I sent her all of my melanistic Murphy females. Well, I only had 2. I mean, it just sounded like I had a bunch, but I sent her 2 females, and we got a few babies, but she got a Murphy patternless Black Knight recently, so hopefully she'll be able to breed that to the females again next year.
Yeah.
Try to get some.
Is the White Knight project just Diablo Blancos, or it's like the whitest
it's
lizards?
Diablo Blancos.
Yeah, it's
just
Bell version.
Bell albino blizzard eclipse, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't want to confuse people saying Bell Diablo Blancos.
Yeah, because that'll get you in hot water real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, taken a long time for them to get bell blazing blizzards. Get the bell into the blizzard. I forget who. I think Matt did it, or maybe Steve did it first.
Steve.
I don't know. Yeah. But
Steve has nice planes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he described it as the genes not lining up. So, like, he had to do different combinations to get them to line up. I forget what he ended up actually using. It was either like a Blizzard's Het Bell or Bell's Het Blizzards or something like that, where they would finally line up, which I don't know,
probably
doesn't make sense in my calculator head, but
probably 2 Bell Het Blizzards, and then whatever blizzards came out of it would be Bell. Just like when making Diablo Blancos, you breed 2 Raptors Het Blizzard. Yeah, and then whatever blizzard comes out of it has to be Blizzard Raptor. God, I hate trade names. But yeah. And
So, Max, what kind of projects are you looking to get in the future? Are you just going to stick with your Tangerine, Blizzard, Sunrise, Sunset?
Well, I was maybe going to look like bells and stuff, or, I don't know, maybe just super tails and just sunrises. Yeah, maybe like in the tail of the super hypo, like get in full orange or red.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, line breeding's fun, man. I still do tangerines. I have a bunch of tangerine stuff, and they tend to sell at shows pretty good too. But I
got
orange geckos.
I just do. Yeah, Morgan likes orange geckos.
I hate orange geckos.
Well, I got one right now with and a baby that's het with the super and Trumper, so try to pair that one with my male and see what happens.
I know a lot of the giant tangerines. I think John was working with those, and they were het Trumper. But there's some big ones, man.
Yeah.
I know someone locally has some big tangerines, and they come out really nice. In line breeding, you could breed 2 full-on super hypos together with perfect orange tails, and then not all the offspring are going to come out that way.
They're going to be normal.
Varying degrees of carrot tail in different shades of orange. But that's what makes it fun, because you never know.
Yeah, that's why you pick the ones with the redder tail. Will you breed them back? Yeah, and then run parallel groups so you don't breed siblings too. Well, you don't want to breed siblings, but so you're not breeding them too close together, inbreeding too much.
Yeah, don't want to give any of those trade secrets away. Don't breed siblings. Bad.
Yeah. No, people do. I mean, you probably can for a couple of seasons or whatever, but I tend not to.
You'll get some.
Yeah, I did that. I was guilty of that with my. I was doing the whole 2-copy white and yellow project, trying to find the super form. Oh man. All I did was breed siblings back together every year.
And then you started getting white and yellow. Well, they call it white and yellow syndrome. I don't think it's really.
Well, I didn't get white and yellow syndrome from crossing them together. I only got that when I outcrossed.
Really?
From the separate line. Yeah, because I bought 2, like a brother and sister from John, and those were what I was breeding to get, just like mashing the babies and them together. But when I outcrossed from the very beginning, everything had that problem. And I mean, I had some that broke their jaws on the tub floor. Like, they would just smack their head on the floor, and it was crazy.
It's not supposed to make them stronger?
Yeah, well, yeah, you'd think outcrossing.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
But
I've never had any issues with none of my white and yellows. I had one tangerine white and yellow. God, quite a few years ago. The egg was one of them weird-shaped eggs, and I didn't think it would hatch. And it hatched.
It did.
And the baby was kind of weird-looking, and then I don't know, it didn't last that long, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, but it kind of had like someone twisted his neck or something. Kind of walked in circles, had a weird neck thing. But other than that, I haven't, and I'm sure I've hatched over 100.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I actually just got, this year I got my first white and yellow again from Michelle at Rampant Reptiles.
Mm-hmm.
I got a
She's still breeding?
White and yellow. No, she's not. I got her last 2 geckos.
Oh, man.
White and yellow red striped bell, het for radar, and I got a super giant sunglow het for raptor male.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, he's 135 grams.
That's huge. I know that the one giant I have, I don't know, he was 128. I weighed him the other day, but he's, 4 or 5 years old now. But he's held that weight for, I don't know, probably he was 18 months or something and weighed 130 grams.
Damn. Super giants, how much more do they weigh than giants, usually?
Like double, at least.
Wow. Yeah, that's big.
No, it's probably 10 to 20 grams more. I don't know.
Yeah. Unless you get those freak ones, like anything over 120 grams is just like, you know. But a standard leopard gecko is like 50 to 70 grams now. It's not like 2005 when an adult was 35 grams.
35, 40 grams, yeah.
Yeah.
Small.
Ready to breed it at 40 grams. And now people are like, oh, God, you're killing your geckos.
Yeah, no, that's how it used to be way back when. But I think diet and selective breeding. That all takes
the food that we give them, they might have something in it that like makes them bigger, but yeah.
Well, and think about before it was like a heat lamp and sand doesn't retain heat, and leopard geckos need 86 degrees Fahrenheit to properly digest their food. So, I mean, it would make sense that a 4-year-old female would be 40 grams.
Yeah,
no, they're huge.
Used to have those, remember the bricks with a cord coming out of them? The sheetrock bricks? That goes way back. And then all of a sudden, they'd do fine for a while, and all of a sudden they'd get like super hot, and people were burning their reptiles with them and stuff.
Yeah.
If you break them open, there's like a big nail in there, and it's wrapped with wire. It's got a coil on it.
Oh, like nichrome, like what oven elements are made of?
Yeah, I broke one open. I don't know, quite a long time ago. I wanted to see how they made them.
And then you look at it and you're like, how does this even work?
Yeah. I'm not going to try that. I'm going to pop some breakers. No, those came out when people were using like the old incandescent Christmas lights. And they would put those inside of a coffee can and seal it, and then that was your heat for the reptiles. No, that's how we used to do it way back when. It's before all like Zoom Ed and Zilla and
For the young kids, we should also say, Jeff, you also have to mention that the coffee cans were metal back then, so don't try to get them.
Don't try it with the plastic ones. Yeah, they were all metal. They were tin or whatever they were.
They were like galvanized something. My grandpa's got well, he's gone. So I have old coffee cans with nails in them, because that's how you did it back then. Yeah, they're like super thick.
Yeah, I still have a few around in the old baby food jar Lazy Susan thing with the different nails. Yeah. Before plastic took over the world.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So, Max, how old are you? I guess we should probably get that out there.
I'm 14 right now. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Good time.
Yeah. Starting young,
so
man.
You got to have geckos when you were real young.
10. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
That's
cool.
lucky.
Yeah. They didn't have leopard geckos over here when I was real young.
It was still in
back in the 20s.
They were still in the
60s, 70s.
Yeah,
I
they
don't know.
probably didn't even have them in zoos.
No, when did they import the
definitely
first
not.
ones? Like in
70s.
80s?
I think. No, 76, 79.
Oh, okay. No, that's it. Yeah,
Ron was
I see
working
him.
at the Fresno Zoo.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Yeah, and he just wanted to get them and breed a whole bunch of them until the I don't know, somebody he got a tripper out. He got till the tangerine stuff started popping out. Everything used to be normal or high yellow, and then it was tangerines, carrot tails.
He tells that story, but I don't believe it, because if you look at wild Afghanicus, they've got tons of orange.
Yeah.
They're like super orange.
Yeah, or like
I don't know, maybe.
Even the fascio, you'll see like an orange dot somewhere in their tail. It won't be real huge or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just line bred them, I guess.
Well, that's how it all came.
Yeah, I'm just inbreeding siblings.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, look at their range in the wild. They inbreed all the time. Brother, sister, mom, son, whatever.
Hardwickies got discovered in what time?
Wait, what?
What? Okay.
No, what year?
Hardwickies got discovered in what year?
Oh, I don't know.
1849 or something like that. I don't know. It was born, right? Wasn't it born or Bon or somebody discovered them?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take a Google.
No, they documented it. It's a thing. People knew about it before, but it takes one person to document it and put it in the the Zoo magazine or whatever.
It got brought in at the same time as Afghanicus.
Oh no. These got imported very recently. Oh, it was gray in 1827.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I remember that day well.
He was 27 years old.
Wow.
Could you imagine that being like Pimp Daddy running around out in Bangladesh?
Yeah.
He must have been like a trust fund baby or something. 27 years old, running around identifying animals.
No, that'd be cool.
Man,
now you'd step on a landmine
dream.
and get shot.
Oh yeah. Well, no, not in India. I don't think India.
Yeah, not in India, but no, they used to just call them Indian geckos. you know, like the high
Trumpet
yellows.
Yeah.
Oh, the high yellows they called Indian?
Yeah. From India, of course.
Yeah.
Wow.
There goes those trade names again.
Well, they probably smuggled them into Delhi or something.
Yeah. Oh, they probably
them
didn't have
from
to.
there.
They didn't have to smuggle them in.
That's true. They had those big wooden cages on their backs, like a backpack, and they just throw them. They just go walking around and throw them in the back.
Wicker baskets.
Yeah, wicker basket full of geckos. And then by the time you got home 3 months later, hopefully 2 were alive.
Yeah. No, I remember opening up the, I used to go to this place in Garden Grove. It was a pet shop. And I don't know, I kind of worked there, sort of. And they would get the crates in from overseas. And this is like these big wooden boxes. And then there was like, almost like pillowcases that were sewn shut.
Mm-hmm.
And there'd be all kinds of stuff in there.
And it would smell really bad, all those rotting.
Yeah, a lot of them were dead. You'd have ticks and mites, and everything that came out of the bag was just mean.
Yeah, I've seen some of those pictures of a tokay gecko crate, like a 6 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot, and there's like 400 in there, but only 100 are alive.
Yeah.
They're like stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. No wonder they're mean little sons of guns.
Oh, I'm sure. They're probably like watching all their family starve to death for 2 weeks in this crate.
Yeah. They still import a lot of those.
Yeah, and it still happens. And you would think that they would take some precautions or change their shipping husbandry or something.
But they don't.
No, they don't care. I mean, it's a $14 gecko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here, up here, it's a little bit more. It's like 50.
18 Canadian?
I don't know. Probably not.
What do you call a Canadian dollar?
A dollar?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's just, they're dollars.
Yeah, they're dollars.
And they got the queen on them, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, my favorite part was asking a Canadian, what do you call a Canadian dollar? I don't know.
Oh, it's no, but there's names, but I just don't care. Yeah.
Do you
I know
have
them in
different
French,
names for
but
different things? Oh yeah, French. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. It's my first language. Sad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't sound French.
But I go to an English school. I'm in a French province, so what do you want?
Yeah, a lot of French-speaking people in Canada. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we can say so. I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here we got
at least
a mixing pot of everything.
Okay, yeah, the Canadian dollar is a loonie. I just remembered. Yep.
A loonie?
A loonie. Yeah.
Huh.
This duck. Yeah, and $2, it's a polar bear. Yep.
Oh, wow. A picture on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
$2 is called a polar bear.
Yeah, I don't know. I have currency from all over the place. Just collect it.
Yeah.
And
I try to collect it.
Yeah. I still have a 50 cents Canadian. They don't make those anymore.
50-cent pieces, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a
they
bunch of.
Them.
Huh. Why do that? You know? totally off the geckos, but no, I have a bunch of
late night videos.
late night monies, currency. I have a bunch of Kennedy half dollars, like pre-64 before, because they were all 90% silver. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And they made one in I think it's 87. That's it was a mistake, but it's silver and it's worth like $6,000 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you make that mistake?
The sheets that they make it out of, the sheets of silver, you know, instead of using the alloy sheet, somehow a pure sheet got in there. Not
like
pure,
they found
but
it in the stock room, like.
Yeah, I guess the new guy they ran out of the other ones. He just went back there and grabbed a sheet or something. I don't know. I just keep looking at my 87s, or I forget what year it is, and check the sides to see if they're you know, if you can see the different laminate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big buck.
Yeah, that's a I always do that. I get coins from the bank and then check it because it'll be stamped together. So a normal coin looks like an Oreo, and then a silver coin is solid.
Yeah, and if you drop it on the floor or something, it makes a different noise.
Oh yeah, it's really high pitch.
Yeah, a little heavier.
And if you chew it, you can chew it like bubble gum. But you have to do it very fast. You just crunch down as hard as you can.
And that's why I'm missing teeth.
Yeah, me too. I'm not missing teeth. They're all just cracked in half.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Don't try it at home.
I won't.
So you're working on like your tangerine blizzards, basically. Yeah, Max.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that sounds like a fun deal. I was doing.
Yeah.
I had a whole bunch of them going, and then my God, my blizzards, they just kept laying eggs, and it was like half my gecko room was blizzards, and I wanted to do other stuff. So I didn't pair that many. I just did one pairing last year, and then this year I might do another pairing. I have two females that are, well, they're from the Sunrise stuff, and a male from them. I might do a pairing I might pair them up this year. It's just a few years ago I was just blizzard out.
Just white everywhere.
Yeah, like half my gecko, and then they ovulate around earlier than the other ones, like around October or November, early or late, however you want to say it. So I said, the incubator's getting empty, I'll do it. And then I did it, and they just kept laying eggs, and then when it came around to breeding time, like all the other projects I was working on, I didn't have any room. So it's like, man, I don't want to do that again. They produce like crazy.
Yeah.
Do you like hibernate kind of your geckos so their cycle like I don't know.
Brumate?
Yeah, brumate.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Whatever happens naturally, just the ambient temperature of the room, drops because it gets hot here in the summertime. And it gets cold in the winter. We have 4 seasons. It's not like Southern California. It stays, 70 pretty much year round. But yeah, I don't shut the racks off or turn down the I turn off the racks in the summertime, as a matter of fact.
Well, you can't.
Because it gets so hot. But no, I don't really brumate them per se, but I know they get a natural drop in temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of
I started brumating.
Yeah, you're
I heard that. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Morgan's temperatures are a little more stable than here.
Yeah. Well, I also have a whole Gecko room that I keep controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the photo period, the light has a lot to do with it. They say it doesn't, but I think it does. And I just get morning sun through a window. But yeah, I think that has a whole lot to do with it.
Yeah. I heard you couldn't like brumate your geckos if you didn't brumate them their first year of aliveness. No, of living. But wow.
Only if they were dead their first year.
Oh, they're like their first year. If you don't brumate them, they won't ovulate or something.
Yeah. No, but like if their first year you don't start them on brumation, you can't like start them after 2 years or something.
Huh.
I heard that.
I don't know. I've got geckos that are 6 years this year, and I started brumating like 2 years ago. So this is my second season brumating, and I mean I've got geckos of all ages, and they're fine. The one bad thing is brumating juveniles. So like if you get late hatches, I did notice that when you brumate a juvenile that's 6 months or younger, they do take an extra year to grow to maturity. So now I'm just breeding everything that's on their second season. So like say I hatch it in 2017, I'll breed it in 2019.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm having better results with mortality rates and stuff like that if I wait till the gecko's 18 months to 2 years old. For the females, males, I breed those at 10 months or something if they're big enough. No.
Well, Ron says 4 months.
Yeah, but he's in Texas. He probably has, and I think he heats the whole room. I don't know if he's using belly heat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I read.
His room is awesome. It's a long hallway, and on one side is garage doors.
Then he opens them for sunlight.
For sunlight or air. I mean, he's in Texas. It's probably like 200 degrees.
Yeah, he probably has to open the doors to keep it cool.
Yeah.
Or for airflow. For the
Oh, yeah.
But I think it all depends on where you're at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with the
elevation.
Yeah, it probably has a lot to do with it. I know my rack, the rack that gets the morning sunlight the most, it's filtered sunlight, but it gets, I say the rack, but it's kind of filtered through the trees. That rack, they start ovulating first. So that's my breeder rack.
That's interesting.
I don't know, I'm going on my 9th year now. So every year that rack, they've all started ovulating first, and I check the temperatures, the heat tape, and the bends and everything. Got a heat gun laser going all over the place. Cats love it. No, but and the only thing I can figure out it's got to be the light, the photo period of the day. They're getting more sunlight.
Are heat tapes better than heat wires? I guess, yeah.
Yes.
The heat cables, they're wider. I think it distributes the heat a little better.
Because I got for my rack, it's homemade. I got wires,
the heat cable.
Oh, so you got like the heat cable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always had the heat tape. I have used the heat cable. A long time ago. I was getting it through a greenhouse supply place but I never did the leopard geckos with a heat cable. I had other terrariums and stuff that I would run the heat cable through the substrate and stuff. And they all had like a built-in thermostat thing.
My heat cable is like directly under the bin, because I heard like the flex watt heat tape, it's bad, because it like I don't know what, it overheats or something, and so yeah.
I have to put it on a thermostat.
Yeah. Is yours on a thermostat, Max?
Well, I have it's Zoomed. It's like a wheel, and there's like low, high. And stuff, and
rheostat, like a dimmer
rheostat.
Switch.
It's variable capacitor rheostat thing.
I use that because in my rack I only have like 8 females, so I don't see the point of having a big thermostat right now. So
Yeah. No, it works. It just depends on where you're at. Like here, the Gecko room it can get 90 degrees in the summer if I don't ventilate it and run the fan and stuff. And if I had it on a rheostat, it would just keep getting hotter and hotter.
What a rheostat is it's a dimmer switch. So you're going to go everywhere from 0 to 120 volts. So if you've got it like cranked up to 80 because it's cold, and then you get it dialed into your temperature, when it gets hot in your room, it's still going to be running 80 watts and keeping, getting hot. So that's the only thermostat.
That's what it is. Yeah.
And you can get a seedling mat thermostat. They're like $40. Bean Farm sells them, and those I have one on a rack, a small rack that I've got, my quarantine rack, and they work great.
Little jump starter.
That's just some. I can actually look right now. Mine is Hydro Farm. It's for. Well, I'm in Humboldt County, so.
Yeah. They I had one of those that I had on a dubia colony.
Yeah.
And it would all of a sudden it just quit working. It said it was it said it was 80 degrees or whatever, but then I filled the mat and it wasn't.
No, I'm not paranoid.
Yeah, no, I'd be careful. Well, I'd be careful with any of them, Herpstat, anything. Change out your temperature probes.
I know. Keep an eye on them. That's why you've got the infrared laser thermostat.
Your heat gun.
Whatever.
Harbor Freight heat gun thing.
Yeah, heat gun. There you go. God, it out.
Yeah, some come with a little laser pointer, some don't. I like the one with them because the cats like it.
Accurate.
Yeah, they're pretty accurate. Because I got the old, I don't know, Mercury thermometers too.
Oh yeah, Mercury's great.
Yeah, the Mercury or the red, I think that's rubbing alcohol with red food coloring in it or something, the other ones.
The ones that, it's just never changing. It's always 65 degrees.
But, I have a nice assortment of thermometers and wires everywhere. And
all over the house.
Yeah, no, it's just the Gecko room, and in the incubator, like the hovabators, they get hot spots.
Yeah, I've got that same deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, mine are basically, they stay at, it stays around 80, 88, yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Oh, it doesn't get hotter. They're pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Temperature control is a big thing with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to estimate with that wheel that you turn, but just leave it there.
What?
Well,
it's got a button.
oh.
They've got up and down volume, so you can actually pick what temperature you want. And it shows on the probe. It has another number for the probe that says, and you can get a night drop and have it. I mean, mine say the time, but they're flashing because the time's wrong and I never set them. But
mine's the one with like a thing that you twist with a bolt.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about a hoverbator?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the old disc. It has the disc in it, the 1602 in or whatever it is. Yeah.
It's like that can cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
It looks like somebody opened a can. It's the little thermostat disc, I think they call it. I took my the heating element and that little bolt thing out of my of one of my hoverbators, and I just ran heat tape and hooked it up to a Herpstat. And it keeps temperatures better, and I don't have hot spots anymore. Well, not as bad as it used to be with the weird heating element in the top and all that. They work. I used one for probably 4 or 5 years, and it stayed on pretty much all the time. But I was at Tractor Supply today, and they have hoverbators they have digital thing on them now for like, I don't know, $45 or something.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and I was tempted on buying one and just seeing how accurate they stayed and, just messing with it. But I have homemade incubators and all kinds of stuff I experiment with here. Run out of room.
Yeah.
We're kind of got to Frankenstein stuff once in a while.
Yeah, you test.
Yeah. I tried doing the white and yellow into blizzards, and that's kind of